Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Rajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Today we are in tutorial 10 on data science and machine learning series. In this session, we are just going to look and discuss on two scripts and module. And dear friends, we have been executing Python in an interactive Python console or a Jupyter notebook still now. And however, we may be aware that most Python code lives in text files with a .py extension. So these files are simply plain text and can be edited with any text editor. And typically standalone .py files are either called scripts or modules. A script is a file that is designed to be executed, usually from the command line. On the other hand, a module is usually imported into another part of the code or an interactive cell to be executed. And kindly have a note of it, dear friends. Models can be executed and scripts can be imported into other scripts or module. And here it is our exercise where we are just going to create a script. And see here, dear friends, we are just going to create the script and save it as my underscore script.py. And here we are just going to do some mathematical functionality. So let me just import the max library. And suppose if you want to just make use of some listing of numbers, and if you want to print the sum of factorial of this number, yeah, let me just use the function to create the factorial. And yeah, using the max dot factorial function and list comprehension, let me just compute and print the result. And yeah, we are just going to save the file as my underscore script.py, and we are just going to call it in the Jupyter notebook. And we are not executing. Yeah, we are just going to get the resultant. Yeah, here is our my script.py, dear friends. And see here, this is what the max library that we have just been imported. And next, this is the exact list which we are just having. That is, we want to make a sum of factorial of these numbers. And yeah, we all know that the factorial is a product of all the integers up to and equal to a given number. And for an instant, if a factorial of 5 it is to be calculated, yeah, it is a 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 2, and next it's 1. So when on just making the factorial of 5, it would be resulted to 120. And here this result, what it just going to make is, you are just going to find the sum of the factorial which is being in the list. And here it is the list as like 5, 7 and 11. So when I'm just making this factorial, yeah, I'm just going to make on this using this for loop. I just want to make use of every factorial of 5, 7 and 11, and I want to make the sum. And once on that, yeah, it is going to be stored in result. And when I just call 8, when I just recall this or call this my script, I just execute it. Here we get the return of this, that is the result. Okay, so let I just make a new Jupyter notebook. Here how I'm just going to make is, I just make the execution of my script. Yeah, dear friends, so kindly just have a note of it. This is my name of my file, that is my script file. So I'm just going to make use here and execute it. So see here, this is the exact sum of that list, which is of the factorial of that list. Okay, next let me just move on to the next exercise. So see here, this is the exact module where you want to make use of that module and you want to execute use of it. And see here, dear friends, when on just making it a module, yeah, you can just make use of a separate text editor and create a file called my module. And the same, you can just make use of that model by importing it into that of file. And see here, dear friends, this is our module. And see, we have been importing the max. Yeah, and here it is the function compute, and the same I have just given max of factorial for n in number. And I have been saving this as my module. Okay, so this is my model. Okay, and see here, dear friends, how I'm just going to make use of this. And see this one. So here I'm just importing the module, my module, and import the compute. And see, I just go to the exact script, that is the module. See, this is my function name and this is my module name. Okay, this is my underscore module is my module name, and here it is the function name. So when on just making the call of here, and here I'm just giving the list. So 5, 7 and 11. So when I just make use of that function, calling the function, yeah, here it is the sum. So 5, it is the 5 factorial, and this is sum of 5 and 7, the factorial. And next, it is the sum of 5, 7 and 11. That is what listed here. Okay, so this is how you can just make use of the module. Okay, next let me just move on to the next exercise, that is adding a doc string to my module. Yeah, here I just going to make this module and I want to make it as a new file, so to not get confusion. So here it is my new file, the same file. What I have just done is I am just including the doc string. Okay, and yeah, you have already seen what is the doc string is. Yeah, let I just include the link in the description. You can just go and have a look of that in the tutorial. And yeah, dear friends, it is the one which actually it becomes a special attribute of the object. And yeah, when we just want to make use of that doc string to be accessible, yeah, we have to give double underscore doc and with a double ending with a double underscore. Yeah, we are just going to see that. Kindly have a look of it. See here, dear friends. So as I have already specified, this is my module underscore, so my underscore module 1. So here I have just included the doc string. So let I just go here. See, this is my module. Okay, and here I'm just going to include, that is import my module. And if you want to know any details related to the module, yeah, you can just specify what is the module is of. And see, this is the name and here it is the exact commentary. Yeah, hold the details related to that, and here it is the exact file, the exact path is specified, and what is the exact function. So this is the exact function, and here how many attributes or parameters has to be there. And last but not least, when on just inclusion of this doc string, it just gives you only the doc string of it. And yeah, dear friends, here we are just going to make one more thing, that is, if you want to make or if you want to find what is the today's date, or do you want to make use of that import files and finding the date, yeah, it can be for done by making this. See here, you can just specify the import date time function, and by using this you can print what is the date time or date and time. So it just gives you the current system date. And for your information, here I have just given, yeah, when on just making the current disk, and here it just gives you the current date of the actually it is the system date of current date. Okay, so this is how you can just make use of the script and the model, and how you can just include it in your other model or any other thing. And when I'm just making some functionality related to the script, yeah, you can just make use of the double underscore functionality also. Hope this would be very useful for you. Kindly let me just see it on to the other videos further. Thank you, dear friends.